Hi dears, welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. It's me Anna with you here, and today we are on our lovely beach here in Albir. It's true autumn time already, on the last weekend of October, beginning of Halloween, and true cold weather here in Spain. And we gathered here today to discuss the latest news, the update on the situation here in Spain, and of course our Benidorm's region. We have a lot of news for today and a lot of things to discuss. So let's start today's video. And let's talk, of course, first of all about the situation here in the country. I know a lot of people were planning or are still planning their holidays here, and you would love to know what the situation is like and if it does make sense to go to Spain right now or if it's better to wait a little bit more. In the last 24 hours, we've been notified 2,212 new cases, 2212, that's the interesting number. And the index has stopped at 49.6 per every 100,000 people. It was growing for a few days and then it stopped at 49, so it does not move from there for a few days, for a couple of days already. So we are all waiting to see. Some of the experts say that it's a new wave coming up here in Spain because of all the tourism that we used to have. But I mean, it's normal. It's not going to be as massive as the previous waves were because people are vaccinated. The vast majority of people, like of the age when the vaccine is available, they did get the vaccination. So we are kind of not really worried about it just now. Valencian region is officially in a medium risk. It does not mean that we do not recommend anyone to travel. It's just a number, basically. If before we used to have like 40 cases, now it's 54. So it's not a huge difference, you know. But still, we are in a medium risk right now. And what about the restrictions? A lot of you were asking me once again, what will be happening since Benidorm is an extreme risk, how the things will be going, and if the government is planning to do something. I've told you before that it's not going to be the case, and I maintain my word. At least for now, there is no information once again about new restrictions. The government of our region, of Valencian community at least, they've said that they knew this will be happening. They were prepared for it. The hospitals are prepared. Everything is okay. So people are vaccinated. So everything, all the fiestas for November, like fairs for Christmas, all that, concerts, everything will be still in place and nothing is cancelled. No new restrictions so far on the horizon. So you can travel. The only thing is that you need to still maintain some precautions and restrictions like mask and social distancing and hand disinfection. That's basically it. And while in a lot of other countries, they are also eliminating restrictions. For example, they say that in South Korea, they are eliminating slowly, step by step, the actual restrictions. And in Australia, they're also planning to start freeing people up once again because their restrictions were one of the most severe that I've seen in all the pandemic time. So they're very strict with this, but they're slowly starting to eliminate it and coexist with the virus as well. A lot of countries do the same thing as Spain did. It's normal that we will have cases. The only thing that is actually concerning the scientists here in Spain is the new variants that are emerging because of a lack of vaccination in some points. Not here in Spain, but like in other countries or in those countries where people just refuse to get vaccinated for one reason or the other, you know. So this is where the new mutations are coming from. But they say with the vaccines we are protected basically. The only thing is we can still get it and transmit it, but it does not mean that we'll have like huge, very bad, serious symptoms. So we're all good so far. This is the situation for the day of today. The next news that I wanted to share with you about is that we are living right now, it's already official, the worst increase in prices for the last 3 decades. So it's the worst increase in the last 30 years. It's just crazy. The inflation here in Spain is growing as it does in some other countries as well. Let me know what the inflation is right now, what the percentage of the increase is right now in UK. or in any other country where you are at. It would be very interesting to compare the data and see what the situation is and how different countries were differently affected by all this, like a pandemic thing. Here it's right now 5.5. And this is like the worst percentage rate since 1992, which is the year I was born, by the way, in Lithuania. We did not have a huge crisis there, but in Spain they did. So this is the result. We are almost back to the numbers of 1992. And the economists here, they say that it's not going to be such a long crisis just because the situation is different. It's not the same as it was before. We have a lot more technologies. We have a lot more things that will help us to cope with all the situation and to recover a lot faster than they did back in 1992 here. And by the way, the interesting thing is that the salaries and the pensions and all this, it went up by 1.57%, so like basically 1.5% this year. And we could think like, well, okay, the salaries are slightly, like the wages are slowly getting up, the pensions are slowly getting up, so we're kind of good. But no, they went only by 1.5 and the inflation went by 5.5. So there is a huge difference of more than 3%. Like the difference between what like we receive went up versus what we need to pay, with the gas going up, with the electricity, with like the prices for products, for leisure, for everything going up, the prices for the real estate. Like it just feels that it's a never-ending movie, you know, that everything is just getting worse and worse. But even so, people here in Spain, they are very happy. They're very lucky to be where they are at. Maybe it's the amazing warm weather that helps us to cope with all this difficult situation. Maybe it's the sunshine. Today it's cloudy, okay, but the majority of the days in Spain it's sunny. So maybe this is helping us out. Maybe seeing a lot of green plants, flowers everywhere, maybe that as well. But here we are very, very positive, even though the life and the government and the economy is giving us a lot of negative news lately. Let me know how it is in your country. I'll see you in the comments. And the other news is what's happening in Benidorm, because soon it's going to be Halloween. This weekend from Sunday to Monday, so 31st towards the 1st of November, it's going to be Halloween here. In Spain, only for the last few years, Halloween has become like a true celebration. Usually it was, as back in my country where I'm from, we used to go on the 1st of November towards the cemetery to put some flowers, light some candles for all the people who are not with us anymore, to remember them. It was like a saint day, very calm, a very quiet day when we used to do this. And it's a bank holiday as well. So just so that all people will be able to visit the cemetery to put the flowers when they need to. And lately it has become something more like in US, you know, something, I'm sure in some South America countries, they do celebrate it as well, like this, like more costume, more like parties, more trick or treat things, like people decorated houses for Halloween, approximately the same as we do, like Halloween/autumn decorations. So it's becoming more and more popular each year. And Benidorm this year, they went over the top and they've decorated a lot more places, even some restaurants and bars. Everything is decorated a lot for Halloween, like skeletons, a lot of spiders, spider webs, like different creepy and spooky things in there. And Benidorm actually calculates that during this weekend, which is going to be starting from today, Friday, it's going to be Saturday, Sunday and Monday, because Monday is a bank holiday. It's All Saints Day, so no one is working on Monday. And it's very probable that a lot of institutions will be closed. There's no school, their banks will be closed, supermarkets, if they won't be closed, all of them, well, they will be working then only up until like 2:30, but the majority will be closed, so bear that in mind. If you travel and if you'll be here in Benidorm. And a lot of them are decorating, and they say that by this weekend we'll have the occupancy in the hotels of 85%. I've asked my husband if that's true or not, because since I don't work in a hotel anymore for like quite a while already, I don't know the situation. I can just ask someone who does. So I asked my husband, and he said that at least in Dynastic there's a lot of people, at least 60 families more are coming with children today in the evening to spend the weekend in here. The hotels will be offering different fiestas, different things, chores, artistic things for children as well, probably face paint. They will also be doing costume contests, you know, who has the spookiest or the nicest or the most the best costume or best children's costume, adults one, and things like this. They'll get diplomas for children, so it's very, very nice. There's going to be probably a specific buffet with spookier food names and food in general presentation. Usually in hotels, by the way, they put very, very nice desserts for Halloween as well. So this is what's going to be happening, and they feel that it's going to be quite full in a lot of the hotels here in Benidorm area. Even if the amount of cases is very, very big, even though Benidorm is an extreme risk, but the majority of these cases, there are tourists or people who work like in hotels who are close to tourism. But I mean, it is what it is. Even the high amount of cases did not stop people from booking for Halloween here in Spain, because as you can see, I'm with the vest, but I mean, it's very nice outside. There's barely any wind. It's very calm, very quiet. It's not cold, so that you would need like to put something like this, you know. So it's approximately 20 degrees right now, so it's amazing weather for Halloween celebration and the celebration of autumn here in the area. By the way, it's not a news, but it's something to remind you guys about, especially those who are traveling or who are here, who are leaving these dates. Be very careful, because this Saturday at night, so from Saturday to Sunday this night, we will have the change of hour. It changes in a lot of countries here in the world, and here in Spain as well. So at night, they call it Sunday already, because officially it's Sunday 31st. So on that night, we will change clock 1 hour back. So at 3 a.m. at night, it will be 2 a.m. So be very careful if you travel. Don't forget that. Take that into consideration, because I know a lot of people lose their flights, especially in these dates, because they forget to turn the clock back. What about the Spanish weather? Well, as you can see, it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be during all this weekend, the Halloween weekend, the celebration one. It's not raining just yet here in the area, but wait for it, because it will come probably. Today, as you can see on this map, it's going to be cloudy and raining almost in all parts of Spain except the Mediterranean area, some parts on the south, and some extreme north parts of Spain. The rest will be raining. During the day of today and the night, the rain will come towards the Mediterranean area, and it might rain here tomorrow. But then starting from tomorrow's evening up until Sunday, it will be just cloudy like it is today, nothing specific, but still very, very nice and warm, because the temperatures will not decrease even with this weather, which is the best news of all, especially for people who are coming here during these dates. The temperatures, as I've said, will be as follows. They don't change a lot, only at some north points where you can get like between 11 and 18 degrees during the day. And here it remains very, very stable. I'm even surprised of the weather that we have. I remember last year on the 31st to 1st of November, we went towards the beach area here in Albir, because we could not move a lot. There were still a lot of restrictions. So we went just to have a nice walk here. My daughter was as a cat, like a black cat, and I had some mask of Katrina, like Mexican Katrina. And we went here towards the beach, and I was wearing some like autumn boots, jeans, and black sweater. That's basically it. I did not even need something like this because it was not cold. So this year it's approximately the same. Today the temperatures will be as follows. In Alicante 24, Benidorm will be approximately 22 degrees, 22. Barcelona 22, Granada 25, Malaga and Sevilla 21, 23, Madrid slightly less, 16 degrees, but that's normal because it's in the center of Spain towards the north. Balearic Islands 22, Canarian 25, Murcia will have 23 degrees as well, approximately the same as here in the area, and north between 11 and 18. As I've said, during the weekend temperatures will remain stable, nice and warm, cozy weather, except maybe for some rain during the day of tomorrow. These were all the news for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I wish you a loveliest day of today, and I'll see you already tomorrow in a new video. Tomorrow I have a special footage for you guys. I've managed to put my phone inside of the car and to install it that way so that we could have a nice night ride through the famous Benidorm's Mediterranean area and Rincon de Lodge to see how Benidorm streets look like at night. So I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.